Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Life is Feudal Your Own, a little nostalgia trip through memory lane. For a little disclaimer before we start today's episode, for anybody that wants to buy this game, please note that this game no longer has any updates, patches or hotfixes. The only people that are supporting quote-unquote development of this game is a small modding community and a small collection of players, roughly about 800 to 900 players that still play this game. So if you're interested in this game, be cautious when you buy it, because there will be no updates to this game. This is pretty much a stagnating game at the moment. So, and I don't expect the original developers, Bitbox Limited, to pick this back up and do some more work on it. It's only a small modding community that are kind of pushing the boundaries of this game still. Anyway, previous episode, we got some things. We've got a kiln, we've got a couple of furnaces, we've got a little campfire over there, we've got a tiny plaster shack. And we've started the construction of a monument. Now, what is a monument? A monument is essentially something that will stop your buildings and crafting stations from decaying. It's like a land claim, similar in style to other games that have like a land claim, like Rust with its tool cupboard and stuff like that. It stops the decay. It basically zeroes the decay of your buildings, and it makes sure everything is still functional, usable, and high in its durability. This is going to stop the decay rate of most, if not all, of these things in my area right now. Now, off camera, I've been a busy boy. I'm going to put a little video on screen. This is what I've been doing to try and get the most important part of this monument ready, is the positive preparations. Now, in order to get positive preparations, what you need to do is you need to look for herbs, you need to have a sickle, and you need to have a mortar and pestle, and then you have to go through the grueling task of finding out what each individual herb does. Each individual herb has 3 effects, and when you match 1, 2 or 3, you will get an outcome, you will get a preparation. That preparation you can use. So, in order to get these preparations, as I said, you need to mix everything up, and we need 40 in total to get this monument built, but we also need to go get some bones, but there's more on that a little bit later. The 40 positive preparations also allows you to unlock flux and flavour and naphtha. Unfortunately, I wasn't lucky enough to get some naphtha. I was actually quite happy to see that I got a couple of flux and I got some food flavouring. Food flavouring just means it helps boost the quality of your food, your skill food and stuff like that. It's a very important thing, especially in the MMO sense, when everybody needs skill food to level up very quickly. But for our little playthrough on Life is Feudal Your Own, we are simply just building it on the monument. Now you can see in here I have 40 preparations, I've got my 20 billets, and we've already put in the 5 shaped rock. All we need now is 100 animal bones. My campfire's just ran out of fuel right there. That's okay, you can still see everything on screen. So what we need to do is, or what we should do right now, is just quickly build all this stuff into the monument right now, so we don't lose it. So let's add resources. This is going to take a little bit of time because I haven't actually fiddled with the timing on the building sense of things. Some things are sped up, some things aren't sped up, and it's not because of my choice, it's because I've simply just missed them. But there you go, 40 positive preparations put into the monument, 20 billets. Now it's just a case of getting bones. Now, like I said, the bones are going to be something that we're going to be doing a little bit later, because I don't want to use primitive tools to kill things. I want to use iron tools. I want to use iron things. Now, having a little look at our skills at the moment, our skills are all very high. All the follow-on skills are at level 60 or higher. Especially my herbalism, it's at 83, which means we can start doing healing, but unfortunately we don't have a patient and we can't treat anybody and we can't inspect anybody. So this technically is locked to us. This is locked to us. This part right here, this alchemy part, mix a cocktail, that's all locked to us, unfortunately. We can actually transmute into gold, certain items into gold. 1 lump per day, 1% chance for success rate. Luck increases the chance up to 2%. We're not going to bother with that. So we've pretty much reached the end of our tether for the herbalism sense of things, because we're not healing ourselves. We have to heal someone else in order to level this up. The next thing that we'll be probably leveling up is farming, which means we need to gather wild plants. Then we need to do a little bit of forestry. But today's deal is smelting and a little bit of forging. So at level 0 you can make basic metal tools. At level 30 you can start to forge weapons. You can see what we're about to do. And alongside this, I just looked outside my window and it's absolutely pouring a rain right now. I was wondering what that noise was. We will need to do some hunting. We will need to do some fishing. We'll need to craft snares. We'll have to do all of that stuff. Then we'll have to go into the animal lore things, which means we need to build a coop. But in order to build a coop, we need to get forging and smelting. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be essentially collecting a lot of cool stuff, a lot of iron. Oh, we need a repair kit for that. Well, that's okay. We can actually just craft a new one. What we'll do is we'll just drop that one. And we'll create a primitive pickaxe. And we'll put that back on our back. Alright. And the other thing that I want to do is I just want to fill up my hunger bar right now because we're down at 50%. Keep ourselves well fed. Magic. Right. Previous episode as well, I know this location like the back of my hands. I understand where all the iron deposits are, especially the high quality ones. The higher quality ones, if we look at the map, so I'm here over by this lake, right? The high level one is actually over here, so eventually I'm going to need to build myself a horse and cart, which means I'm going to need to tame a horse and build a cart. Yes, you can get horses in this game. You can become a lancer. It's all that cool stuff. It's all the cool stuff. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to mine the ore. And we are collecting more stone, more rock than we are iron. So let's change our direction. So we're not going to go towards the outside. We're going to go towards the inside right now. I'm going to drop all this stuff. I'm also going to drop the iron ore because the iron ore is actually quite low quality. I want to get at least 30. At least 30. Right, mine iron ore. Okay, that's 16. That might be a wee bit better. I can't remember the details of the smelting in this game. I believe if I smelt level 16, it doubles in its quality. I think that's how it works. I can't remember. I cannot remember to save myself here. But we'll keep mining this just until we get about 200 ore maybe. We just need to be careful with obviously the rock. The rock's going to take up a lot of space as well, and we are going to be running back relatively overburdened as well. I also did a little bit of terraforming, so that you guys saw me terraforming in the previous episode. You know exactly what I was doing. There we go, 200. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to run back to the furnaces. We're going to run back to our furnaces and we are going to have a little look and see what we need to do to get a better container, because I want to show you a container that you can get very early on in the game. This container is also the reason why a lot of server admins, myself included unfortunately, at a time used to ban these things in the usage of raiding, because what you could do is you could actually turn them into stairs. There was log raiding and there was bark box raiding, and I'm about to show you what a bark box looks like right now. This is a bark box. This is a simple little box, a simple little container. Look inside it. You can see that we've got our charcoal. I've got my 4 herbs right here that make flux, and I've got the flavourings down here as well. Now, that number represents its overall capacity. So its overall capacity is 50. So you can't. It doesn't double like our inventory. So what we're gonna do is, whilst we have some time here, so we're gonna get 90 out of this. My way of doing this is doing it in a split of 90 to 10. This is the way that I've always done it. So we're going to hit the bellows. We're going to crank it up to 1,500. There we go. Crank this up to 1,500. And what we'll do is, as these are smelting, I need to watch my fuel, because the fuel, aka the charcoal, is going to burn out eventually, so I need to keep on top of it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop the other iron ore right here. And what I can do is, you can't really see that, but you can kind of see it in the ground. That's iron ore right there. What I can do is I can just use my shovel and lift that up. So what I want to do now is I want to see what sort of containers can I get. So I want to create a furniture, and I want to create a chest. No, I don't want to create a chest. What do I want to create? I want to create a small, I think it's a crate. It's a crate. That's what we want. So we want a couple of crates built up, because these are going to hold most of the other items that we're going to be producing right now. So we're going to get some crates. As you can see, they only require 5 boards. So that means we can just cut down some of these into boards. Only quality 5. That's not so bad. Bear in mind, we are only using these for building like basic containers. There we go, that's it constructed. Now, for anybody that's going to ask me the question is, how do you increase the speed in which you like kind of cut these things out? There is a way of doing it, but me explaining it will take a little bit of time. It's probably not something I would feature in the video, but just know that this is not normally the usual speed that you'll be able to kind of make these things at. You make them at a very slow rate. All I've simply done is use my old knowledge for this game, or the knowledge that I've picked up through this game, and now I'm simply just using what I remember to take advantage of it. So, bark box 50, crate 150. Crate's very good. Crates are very, very good, and we've already burnt through 2 charcoal. In fact, we've burnt through 3 charcoal because we needed 1 to fire these furnaces. And as you can see, we've got 7 through there as well. So whilst that's doing that, I'm going to jump back onto gathering a few more lumps of iron ore, and we'll transport it over here. My hard stamina is almost way lower than I want it, so I'm going to have to rest for a wee while as well. I'll do as much as I can through this episode, and then off camera I'll probably just leave the game running and rest up, because I need to make sure that my hard stamina is nice and high. Right. As you can see, my soft stamina is plummeting. Okay, that's a maximum amount that we can carry there, so we need to drop it down here. So we're going to hold on to the quality 16 stuff. We're going to hold on to it. We're going to get another wad of 200, I think. Another load of 200. There we go, 200 sorted. Let's go take this over to our furnaces. The more iron that you have at your hands to start with, the better. Okay? You want to make sure that you've got plenty of iron to go through, because what you want to do is you want to blast through all the low quality stuff and build like all your nails, all your sheets, all your bands, and start building containers and stuff like that. Then going onwards, you want to start maybe using higher quality copper and iron to use for your tools and for your weapons, and especially for your armor as well. Higher quality armor means higher quality mitigation. Okay? Let's have a wee check of the furnaces. We're down to 5, that's okay. What we're going to do is we're just going to dump the iron ore right here. I'm going to create 2 mounds of it. I'm going to put a mound right here. There we go. We've got a little mound of iron ore. What we'll do is we'll refuel. In fact, what we will do is we'll go in here, we'll take out this charcoal, and we'll put the charcoal that we don't use back into the crates. So that 5. Did you notice how the temperature dropped when I added the charcoal? Let's just hit the bellows on that. Fit the bellows on that as well. Cool. Now, there's a reason why I'm holding softwood billets. I'm going to right click on my primitive knife, and then I'm going to click craft. And what I'm going to do is going to create a bunch of handles. Quality 27 handles. That's alright. Again, we're not looking for anything of substantial quality at the very start of the game. We're just looking to get most, if not all, of the main crafting ingredients kind of thrown together and getting ourselves better containers. Eventually, we will need a lot of iron ore because we will have to replace every single one of these tools right here. And I believe the sickle requires steel, so we're going to have to use basic primitive sickles for right now. But in time, we'll get the steel, and then we'll be sorted. We won't have a problem. And we'll be able to use much better quality gear as well. Okay, that's almost done. And that's almost done. Whilst we have a little bit of time, we'll double click on our saw, and what we'll do is we'll saw out some billets. Okay, we only had quality low quality billets and quality 7, so that's okay. I'm gonna put my axe back on, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut down a couple of these trees. There we go. I'll get the stumps in just a second. These are all low quality trees, so you can see that they get cut down in one go, apart from this oak tree. That must be a high quality oak tree. Or a higher quality oak tree. If you're struggling to find the stumps, press F3 and you'll find the stumps that way. There we go. So let's have a little look and see what this oak tree log is all about. That's an 89. I shouldn't have cut that down. I should have maybe used that for something else. What I'll do is I'll put that to the side. I'll put it beside my my campfire actually. Now, when that fires up, when the fire starts, this doesn't take damage, by the way, so don't be worried about any sort of logic like that. This game has very limited logic. As in, fire doesn't spread and that kind of deal. Okay, so don't worry about that. I'm just going to raise it up, and then I'll set it down just like that. Let's grab this one. Now imagine, on an MMO scale, loads of people doing this. Like, your rival guilds, your guild, friendly guilds. Just imagine the amount of people just moving things, changing the ground, terraforming. Like, you'd be able to see the furnaces bellowing all the black smoke and stuff like that. The whole map would be alive. Okay, a little bit of persuasion. A little bit more persuasion. Almost there. Just about there. What we'll do is we'll get our primitive crucible and stick ready to go. And this is the start of us getting a very cool thing. But before we do that, actually, I'm going to run down here. I'm going to get some clay and some water too. I'll grab some water quickly. I think I need to get 10. I think it's 10. What we need to do is we need to create a mold. So we want to get water. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll get a handful of water, and then we'll go grab some clay. We will then mold a anvil, and then what we have to do is we have to put, I believe it is 2 iron ingots into the furnace, at which point then we can start making ourselves a forge and anvil. I'll get 15 just for the sake of it. I work in 5s in this game. And then we'll grab some clay. Right click, mold. There we go. It's a quality 23 mold. That's okay. That's not a problem. That's okay. Right, what we'll do is we'll run up here, and then we'll check our furnaces. We'll pull out some iron ingots first. Give it a wee bit of persuasion. Ingots. So we want ingots. Mass produce. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we should be able to get some lumps out of this. 2 lumps for every 1 iron ore, so we're going to get 20 lumps total. We'll just mass them together. Okay, low quality, but that's not a problem. Okay, let's pull out some bar. What we'll do is we'll pull out 10 of these, and then we'll do bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then we are going to do bars, iron bars. I believe it's 4 iron ore for every bar, I believe. So we're going to get a good collection of bars here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly refer to the in-game help me, because I cannot remember just how many... So we are looking for... We're not looking for that, we're looking for something completely different. Controls, fishing, prospecting, mining... Okay, we're just gonna wing this. Okay, let's hit the bellows on that. I believe this should be enough. If it's not enough, then that's fine. I'll try and get myself 5 ingots. I can't remember how many ingots I actually need for this, and I know for a fact that any Life is Feudal current player out there is probably like, why is he doing it that way? What is he doing? It's just because I haven't played this game in a while. Right, whilst that is being done, we're going to attach our hammer. Our hammer. And we're going to create a simple construction. And let's press F3 just to have a little look, see what we can do here. I'm going to build it right here. So we're going to build a simple construction. We're going to go for crafting. And we want a forge and anvil. Let's build that right there. Build a simple construction. We've got that clay. We need a billet. We'll take one that's a bit higher. Oh, it's a 51 right there. Take that one. And we need some shaped rock, which means we need to go prospecting. So here we go. Let's go get some shaped rock. We could just lift up the rock that's at the very bottom of the hill. That's something we can do. Tell you what, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to go up here. I'm going to try and mine away one of these areas right here. This one right here. Dig tunnel, forwards. My hard stamina's down at 6%. Oh, we can definitely get more out of this. There we go. That's us sorted. That should be enough. Shaped stones, shaped rock, mass produce. Quality 39. Not the worst. Not the best either. Mass produce. Oh, we're getting higher quality due to our material spread being a little bit higher. That's pretty good. My hard stamina's down at 1. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause here, folks, and just rest here a bit. So I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back, and I've actually just found something out. I went away and had a little Google of what I actually had to do to get... Oh, hello. What I had to do in order to get the anvil. I actually need 8 ingots, so I'm actually only halfway there. So what we'll do is we'll just continue with crafting this, right? We'll continue with crafting our anvil right now. Or forge an anvil as it is right now. There we go. Put these all together. And what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll go back up and we'll smelt some more iron as well. In fact, we might as well do it right now. Now that we've got the time. So back up we go. Also, I do apologise if you hear little meows and little whimpers and stuff like that. Lyra is beside me right now. She's on my seat right now. And she's pawing away at me because she's being greedy right now for her treats. She's already had her dreamies right now. Only about 30-40 minutes ago she had them. So she's been a wee bit greedy. She wants more. She's not getting more. She's just sitting there staring at me. Anyway, well, we will need a little bit more iron. So what we'll do is we'll put 80 in this one. I'm going to quickly just drop some stone right here. Okay, we're very close to getting that sorted out. So let's have a look in here. So we've got 4 there. So we want to flatten the ground. Oh, we've broken our thing now. So let's look in here. No, it's this one. So we want this stuff. And we want to make another shovel. Primitive shovel. Craft. And we want to double click on that. There we go, that's 50. We should be able to grab 30 out of here. There we go, there's 80. So chuck that in there. Look in here. One at the bottom maybe. Yep, there's the charcoal right there. We'll split it 10 for 10. And this will be the other 4 ingots that we need. And we'll just quickly throw... Oh. Why can I not throw you in there? Oh, wee bit of a glitch. As I said, or like I said, this game has its own little unique problems that you will discover every now and again, and that's one of them right there. Now, let's go back and get the rest of that stone made. So we need 6, I believe. I think we got 24 shaped rock. So let's get 6 more, and that'll be us sorted. We just have to wait for the anvil to cook and the rest of the ingots to cook as well. And that way, we can get ourselves some metal tools and metal weapons, hopefully. Now, checking my... Can we get it? Can we use it? So we can use a pitchfork if we do a little bit more stabby. But what we could do is... We could build a practice dummy and absolutely beat the shit out of it till we get to level 30, and that way we can get a spear. That's one way of doing it. That's more than enough. That is way more than enough. Shape stones. Get them shaped. That's 5. One more. There we go. Put that there. We'll drop that as well. Magic. Magical. Absolutely perfect. Okay. So with the practice dummy, all we have to do is press R. And as you can see, this game operates with directional combat, and it's all physics based. So the faster you swing, or the more accelerated your swing is, the more damage you do. And what I'll do is I'll make a practice dummy right here. I'll make one right here. So let's get our saw out. and let's build a... We want to do some furniture. Create a furniture. So we want a training dummy. We want to build it right there. And what do we need to make this? Oh, we need... Okay, so we need plant fibre. Easy enough to find. Let's find some more. Let's find some materials. Remember what I said? Everything kind of blends into each other when you do it up here amongst the forest soil. Like, looking around right now, I don't see a lot of stuff. But there's probably loads and loads of stuff right at my fingertips right now. I just can't see it. There we go. I think that might be enough. Yep, that's enough. Okay, so we need 10 rope. So, oh my god, we'll need a lot here. We're gonna need a lot of plant fibre. Tell you what, we'll do it down here, shall we? Because this is where we can find stuff quite easily. Plant fibre. More plant fibre. Search again. Plant fibre right in front of me. Down the hill. Now my inventory is going to fill all the way up with plant fibre right now. We need so much to actually get the rope, the primitive rope and stuff like that. Alright, we get any up here? Any up here? There's some plant fibre right there. 41, so that's 4 ropes so far. Four ropes so far, and it's 20 for cloth, so we actually need way more than you think. Okay, plant fibre over here. This is the only grueling task that I seem to find myself doing a lot of the time, is getting plant fibre. Until you can get flax and rope, this is just like, you just need to do it. This is just something you need to do. Otherwise, there's no point. There's also no trader in the game, because most of the trades are done via players. So if you're playing like the sandbox single player, you're kind of by yourself. It's kind of up to you to get these things and learn how to play the game essentially at that point. Right, a few more bits of plant fibre. What we'll do is we'll get the rope first, then we'll go back and get the ingots to see if they're ready. There you go, lots of plant fibre up the top, it seems. That's 100, that's our rope done. So we need 40 more. We need 40 more. And then that'll be our cloth done. And then it's just a case of cutting down a decent tree. We could just use the 89 quality tree, or the log that I cut down. We could use that. 127, that's 125 plus those 2 right there. See, I prefer doing it down here because at least I can see it on the sand. Very rainy day. A very, very rainy day. When it comes to farming, ladies and gentlemen, that's a completely different story as well. Oh, I wonder how I'm going to do the farming in this game. Because the farming works on weather. Okay, I think we can craft our rope now. Okay, the rope's going to get crafted a wee bit slow, but that's okay. And if you look at the system log in the bottom right hand corner, we're almost at 100, level 100 Nature's Lore. Quality 58 rope, that's alright. That'll boost the That'll boost the durability a little bit. 5 more. Four more. Just have to wait on this. It literally is just a case of waiting at this point. And then we need to do the simple cloth, which is 20. One more. Stop that. Mass produce. Another 5 points, and we are officially at, or 0.5 points, 0.005. One more. I could just do this. If I collect this one bit of plant fibre. Level 100. There we go. Perfect. I mean, nature's lore is something you want to get to 100 anyway. It's quite a useful skill. Okay. And we just need 4 boards. I could use that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift out of this one. Oh, is my saw done? My saw's done. Unfortunate. Unfortunately, there is no way to recycle these. You can repair them if you really want to, but I wouldn't. Oh man, that's a level 1 board. There we go. You see my militia's leveling up now? I think if you use a tool, it goes up a little bit higher. There we go. Let's check this out. We should really get some billets going actually whilst we're sitting here as well. Throw them in here. There we go, we'll leave them to cook. And whilst we've got some time, we'll just do the old 1-2s. If we're going to be using spears early on in the game, we may as well get this up to level 60, right? It will take us a little bit of time though, as you can quite clearly see, we're only at level 31. Do we have any left? We don't have any left. Uh-oh. We're going to have to be careful here. We used some of that fuel. Get them cooking. There we go. Right. Whilst that's getting done, what can we do whilst we wait? It is literally just a waiting game at this point. We just have to wait for the ingots to get done. What else do we have to wait for? We have to wait for the billets to turn into charcoal. So, we'll just do this. Oh, do you know what we could do instead? Instead of doing this. Let's go over here, collect some apples actually. I want to gather apples. I haven't changed the time for this, so it is a little bit. This is the default, that's the default gathering speed for apples, by the way. You can spot the apple trees by their white bloom. And the more foliage, the more leaves on a tree, the better. So that one we just visited there, the one that we got the 7 from, it was a level 79, and the one right there was a 52. There is a level 100 somewhere. I know where it is. I'll just have to go back and find it again. So these aren't mature enough but they might still hold apples. They haven't fully grown, is what I'm trying to say. Yep. Nothing left to forage there. They're too young. So that tree, and that tree especially, that tree right there, that is the high level one. So what we're going to do is we're not actually going to cut this down, but we're definitely going to inspect it. A 94. Let's gather some apples from that. It says it's got some apples, and it's got 7 apples in it. There we go. We got level 94 apples. That's really, really good. And what we're going to do is we're going to make some snares. Give it a wee bit of persuasion. Uh-oh. Manage that. I'm just putting that in there just so I can keep the heat going. Yeah, we need 4 ingots in there. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to fuel that back up with some charcoal as well. Come on. It's got a tiny, tiny, tiny little slither of its loading bar to go. There we go. Ingot. Lovely. Put these ingots in here. This'll half. Oh, it's because these are not cooked. Ah, there we go. Yep, it knocks it down to half when you do that. When you combine them like that. Oh, they're almost all ready. They're almost all ready. This is good. Like I said, we're going to get some snares to catch rabbits and chickens and stuff like that. So what we're going to do, grab some more plant fibre. If I remember correctly, it's 20 plant fibre. It's 10 plant fibre. That's good. That's even better. Right, we'll just gather all this stuff up, eh? We'll gather those sticks as well. There's 4 sticks. Right, that should be enough. Again, these are slow. Oh, we're not going to get 4. We're actually going to get 2 because we've only got 4 sticks. We need 2 sticks. We need 4 more sticks. Right, gather, branch. Oh, level 41. I think I might just stay here for a second, gather all these branches. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Snares. So like I said, snare traps will allow me to catch rabbits and chickens. And the chickens are the ones that we want for the coop. We can also put rabbits in a coop as well. Right, maybe that's what we should do. Only quality 11 snares, but that's okay. Quality 15? That's alright. What we're going to do is we're going to build a little area away from like all this activity. Because the snares won't particularly work if they're in an area of like high activity. So if I'm consistently like fucking around here, like with my kiln, like mining and stuff like that, essentially it will just be like, nah, you're not getting anything. You're not catching anything basically. So what I need to do is I need to put it off site basically in a location where I remember where they are. Ooh, look at that materials prep. Close that down. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do is, because we are on an area where there's a beach, we're going to place it down there. We're going to place it near enough to the beach. Our animals disappeared as well. Remember in the previous episode we had an animal here? Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to place one here. We are going to create a snare. Create a snare. Create a snare. And create a snare. You can't really see them, but I can definitely see them. So there's a snare right there. There's a snare there. There's a snare there. And there's a fourth one just up there as well. This will be the start of us getting animals. Or at least basic ones. Ones that you can't actually... Is that an animal up there? Or is that a tree? I think that's a tree. And it's no stopped raining since since I got on as well. Typical game. 56 charcoal. We'll chuck that in there. Chuck them in there. How close are we? Almost there. Almost there. We're almost at the forge and anvil. And that way, we can get our tools for this thing. We can get ourselves a spear. And whilst I'm here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this. I'm going to look for peaceful animal tracks. Oh. I'm just going to spam this on the ground till I get to level 60. So it seems as though we have a boar close to us as well. So we'll make ourselves a metal spear, a simple spear. And we'll also make a metal axe, a skinning knife. Or, yeah, we will make an axe as well, but we'll make a skinning knife as well. So we're almost at level 60, almost there. This is just the way that I remember to do it. Level 60, we'll push it a little bit further up. There we go. So our hunting is now at level 60. Look for aggressive animals. Let's hit this one more time. Anvil. And we want to place our anvil in there. It's level 15. Not the worst, not the best. Oh yeah, we need the shaped rock. I didn't even put the shaped rock in. What's a tube? There we go. Forge and anvil. And we need to fuel it. So we're going to fuel it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 charcoal. You can use this to smelt things as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to forge metal tools. Oh, we need an ingot. Awesome. Ah, god damn it. Okay. I forgot about that part. 90. Whilst this is still bellowing away. One, two, three, four, 5. 5. There we go. There we go. Perfect. So, what we need to do is we need to forge metal tools. And as you can see, we can make a crucible and tongs, and we can make ourselves a blacksmith hammer. This blacksmith's hammer is kind of the prerequisite to everything. So what we're going to do is we're just going to turn this off. Manage that smelter, or manage the forge and anvil. And what we'll do is we'll take out this piggy. We shall kill the piggy. What I'll do, ladies and gentlemen, is I'll just skip along till we get to the ingots getting crafted here. So I'll be back in just a moment. Right, ladies and gentlemen, finally I managed to get my iron ingots. Now, what we can do is we can find... Oh, there was 4 left in there. Oops. Oh, there was 10 left, sorry. Whoops. Right, anyway, let's forge our tools. Craft. And this is the... I kind of need to speed this up as well. I'll need to speed this up in the settings as well, or at least in the files. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get ourselves a blacksmith's hammer, the first iron tool that you should be heading for. And the next one that we should be getting is the crucible and tongs. I'm going to switch to the iron hammer. We're going to get the crucible and tongs. You can see him there working away. He's still using the primitive hammer. Why is he still using the primitive hammer? Because I've not taken it off. Dumbass. Well, I'll let him craft that. It shouldn't be that bad. Oh, it's bad. It's quality 3. It's quality 3. That's not great. Anyway, what we need to do now is we need to grab the materials out of this. And what we need to do is we need to start essentially smelting, or at least forging things. So what we're going to do is we're going to forge a bunch of nails. So 10 lumps to 10 nails, I believe it is. At least I think it is. Common lumps. We should get 10 nails for this. Yeah, 10 nails. So 10 lumps for 10 nails. So what we'll do is we'll just go along and get this all forged up. Forging is increased, which is good. Is my smelting increased? Okay, that's fine. I'm just making sure that all my smelting stuff's increased to level 60, because if it wasn't at level 60, we would be locked at level 30. So good thing for me, I did check. I did have a little look right there. So we're at level 20. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to 10 of these lumps, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some of these bands. I'm going to make 2 bands and see what I can do with this. So the bands will be useful for making chests and crates and other things like that. We're going to make 2 of these, and then we're going to see what we need to make. Okay, that's level 25.3, which is pretty damn good. I'm just hoping we can get this. If we can get to level 30 with just this amount of stuff crafted, this will be good. Level 30, perfect. Right, we want to forge metal tools again, and now, as you can see, we can make some pretty damn good stuff. Anyway, before we do that, let's forge a weapon. So as you can see, we can forge a whole different type, a whole collection of different types of weapons here. What we want to look for is just the spear. We're looking for this right here. So we need a hardwood billet, and what we'll do is we'll saw a billet from this this particular log, because this is a high level log, or a high quality log. So saw a billet from that. So that is a quality 89. And what we're going to do is we're going to forge some weapons, and we're going to get ourselves a spear. Craft that. And this will be the first spear that we use to puncture the hide of a boar, of other types of animals and stuff like that. So hopefully we can get the bones either in the next episode or the follow-on episode. So what we're going to do is, now that we've got that spear, we are now going to get ourselves a skinning knife. A skinning knife. It's the name. The clue's in the name. The clue is literally in the name. What have we got here? We will be able to get a saw, no problem. A saw is actually quite a useful thing to have early game. And what we'll do is we'll grab ourselves a pickaxe. What we'll need to do is we'll need to get some softwood. But now that we've actually got the saw, it will be a lot quicker now. We use this. So we're changing this saw. Oh, I forgot that these saws actually can go on your waistline. I forgot about that. So we'll put that there. We'll take this saw off because it's a primitive saw. We don't have... What we'll do is we'll hold on to it though. We won't get rid of it. Right, what we need to do is we need to quickly cut down a tree. We need to quickly cut down a softwood tree. And I know exactly what tree I want. I want one of these. I want this pine tree right here. So let's cut down. And let's saw out a billet. Quality 41 billets. That's alright. That's pretty good. We'll get 10 of them. Okay, maybe not. Now we'll go to craft, and we'll craft a bunch of handles. And this should be leveling up my carpentry really quickly as well. We're at 78. We should get quite a few levels out of this. So that's a level 30 handle. Let's return to the forge. Let's forge metal tools and let's get ourselves a pickaxe. There we go, crafting ourselves a pickaxe. And what we'll do is before we leave this location to go and hunt these boars and such, what we'll do is we'll put most of our stuff away. We'll kind of get it all comprised together. Put that right there as well. Take this off, take that off. And there we go, we've got our spear and we've got a skinning knife. Look in inventory. So let's do this. Put those bands in there. Put those things in there. Those lumps in there. Put that in there. We got anything else that we can put in there? Water and stuff that we don't need to take with us. Okay. That should be everything that we need to use. Okie dokie. Let's go find ourselves a boar. So we're going to look for peaceful animals. Oh, the tracks have gone dry. Our tracks have gone dry. It seems as though the pig has moved onwards. Okay. Still no sign. Aha! What do we have down? Oh, it's a deer. There's a deer down there. It can see me. Yep, hit it for 17. Oh, and it's gonna run away. Don't run away. Whoa, what is going on with the hind? Maybe we should find a different animal. If I get close to it, it moves. Can you see that? See how if I move slowly, it moves away? So it's got an invisible radius. So instead of doing that, ladies and gentlemen, what we will do is we'll head back to camp and we'll call it quits there. Unless I can try and coax this thing into a corner. Don't think I can. Oh! So I hit it for 17 piercing damage and 12 piercing damage. If I stop and I keep moving, you can see he's still moving. So what I'll need to do is basically just wait out this deer basically. Now I will need his bones or her bones. He's still moving. Oh, she's went down to sleep. I've hit her enough times that she's had to lie down. Oh, she's up again. That was 17 piercing damage. So what we'll do is we'll just wait for her to lie down again. I can just make out her ears over there. If she sits down, I'm gonna push her. Right, if she can't see me, the invisible barrier is still there. She'll be moving. Yep, she's moving. There, she's right there. As soon as I move, she moves. I'm gonna go around her here. Okay. He's pacified again. I'm hoping... Oh. I can push her back towards the house. That would be better. Okay, alright. Hit her again. 17 piercing. This is a complete runaround. This would be much easier if I had a bow. Way easier if I had a bow. Okay, we just have to wait for her here. I'm just going to continue this until we can actually get this deer, because if I can get this deer, I can get the bones out of her. I can also get a lot of meat from her too, which will feed me, and it will boost up my my hunger rate as well, or it will feed my hunger bar. I go this way and then just come in from the side on her. Then she's only got 2 ways to run. Okay. Don't move, little deer. That's another 17. I'm gonna wait up here. All I'm doing is cycling and attacking. Cycling, attack, cycle, attack, cycle, attack. That's all I'm doing. There's no strategy to this, by the way. This is so much easier if you've got a horse and a lance or a bow or a crossbow or something like that. You can take these things out very quickly with those types of weapons. I am using essentially a very basic spear that isn't even that high in durability. It's not that high in quality, so a lot of the hits that I'm getting right now are quite low in damage. Right, let's see if I can push her now. She's eating. Thought I could get a second hit out on her there. Using a bow, using a sling, using javelins, using a crossbow, this would be so much easier. An arbalist would kill this thing. So we've hit her for 15. We've hit her for quite a considerable amount of damage. Piercing damage leads to bleed damage, especially on players. So we have 12, 17, that's 29, 40, 46, I want to say. I'm not gonna do math. That's basically this is all chopping up to be a lot of damage. Oh, I wonder if I can cut her off here. Hit her again for 12. I need to watch my soft stamina right now. You can, in fact, my hard stamina's down so low. My hard stamina's actually zeroed out. I need to get at least 5 out of this. I need to get at least 5 to get my soft stamina to replenish faster here. Oh, come on. Come on. There's one. So it's eating away at my hunger right now. These quality 94 apples will help a wee bit. Okay, two hard stam. Please, little dear, I need you to drop right now because I have not got the stamina for this. Of course she's still alive. Ooh, I could trap her here. Yeah, come to me. Oh, hit Hit her with the handle. God damn it. No. I'm too close to her. There we go. Yep. No. Keep going this way. No, don't go this way. Damn it. I hit her with the handle. Blunt hit. That's the thing about this game. You need to hit with the lethal point. If you don't hit with the lethal point, you hit with the handle or even your fist. So you don't actually do the damage you think you're doing. Okay. Okay, that was a 17 to the torso. Come on, wee dear, I need you to drop. She glitched? Oh, she's glitched. She's stuck. Oh, she's fighting back. She's no longer fighting back. There we go. We got stuff. We got stuff. We got 13 bones and we got a lot of meat from that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that was one hell of a rigmarole. You see how many hits I needed to get on top of what I've already done? These things have a lot of health. They've got a big health pool, so it's better getting better quality weapons. A bow, a crossbow, or something of that sort. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, leave a thumbs up on this video. Tell me what you think in the comments below. And if you want to see more of these videos, if you want to see more from me, consider subscribing, ring the little bell, stay up to date with videos just like this, as well as a Sunday night live stream which starts between 6 and 7 PM UK. We go for about 3-4 hours playing the likes of Scum and a variety of survival games. So if that's your jam, I'd love to see you there. But anyway, folks, I'm going to go away, get my dinner, and I'm going to get myself prepared for an evening of fun. I hope you all have a lovely day, and from the world of Life is Feudal, I've been Mr. Feudal. I'll see you all another time.